What is up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. I want to talk about something that is really good in currency making for you guys and pretty much show you guys how to do it, how much you'll be making tips per hour, and how much you actually have to put into it in terms of investment. Ironheart and Essences is by far the easiest and low investment strat, in my opinion, in the game. It's extremely good currency making early and later. There is sort of in high investment, and then there is a low investment. The low investment is literally just putting nothing into it, just running it regularly, hitting the essences, and being done. Typically, when it comes down to that, you would like to run these in white maps because with the really low investment, generally your build probably doesn't have, that current investment to be able to go up higher to red maps and things like that, which is totally fine. You're still going to make really good currency, high investment wise. There's a lot of stuff that you can buy to really improve how much currency you make from this. Let's talk about the pros and cons. The pros, the currency is extremely good. I will show you guys the chart of me running how much I made in an hour. You will make at least 3 to 5 divines an hour, maybe more, considering you could get lucky and get really good beasts, get really good essences, but there's plenty of ways to make currency doing this. Now, the next pro is minimal investment. Minimal investment, which means you can do it with literally zero currency, go into a map, spec into it, and I will show my atlas also, and you just start running it and getting a bunch of essences and just selling them. The next thing I want to talk about, you can do this strat early league, mid league, late game. You can do this strat at any point in time you want. And then my next pros is everybody want essences and beasts. The market will always want essences and beasts. That's pretty much the pros, and now let's get to the cons. If you're running the maps in white and yellow as you should, you get no altars, no searing altars, no eater altars, and that for me and for a lot of people is really bad, but it's okay because you still make a ton of currency. But I could totally understand why people would want searing and eater altars because they do offer a ton in terms of currency and things like that, and a bunch of juicing. That is one of the really bad parts about running this strategy. The next thing, it simply does not make as much as stuff like Crimson Temple farming, or if you're farming Brothers Gifts, the Cemetery, or like something that's fully juiced, or like if you're doing Sanctum, most likely not going to make as much as those people, just because those people are hard juicing. And then sometimes you can also get unlucky with beasts. That's another really bad con. It's all RNG at the end of the day, but you will always still consistently make currency on yellow beasts, regardless of anything, because yellow beasts still sell really well, and you will always make a profit of at least 60 to 80 chaos selling 60 yellow beasts. The next con I want to talk about is essence can be a bit hard if you over push. If your build is not up to par and it cannot pretty much kill the essences really fast, you are most likely going to die. Essences are very tough. If definitely it's a stack 7 essences with a lot of modifiers. And if you have the affliction league mechanic on it, they can be extremely hard and can most likely kill you repeatedly over and over. Keep that in mind. And that is another reason why we actually run white and yellow map. The next con is pulling yellow beasts for profit may not be fun because you constantly have to use the H and keep constantly pulling the yellow beads over and over. That is not fun, and it can take a bit of time to keep pulling the yellow beads over and over because you have to pull 60 in order to sell them to make a profit. And the last con is using TFT. If you are that type of person who doesn't like TFT or doesn't have access to TFT, it is much better to use TFT because you can just sell them in big bulks. This strategy can be very rough for you because then you have to depend on the trade site, and you will be sitting there pricing your essences one by one. That is a very tough situation. If all these cons are okay with you, let's continue on in the video. In terms of Atlas, this is what we're looking at. Reason why I did go maps is because you do have a very bad map sustain in terms of doing this. It's going to be very rough in terms of map sustain. So pretty much what we are doing is going up to the essences, obviously, because we're essence farming. We're also grabbing the duplication, not for the animal companion, is more for the 3% chance to create a copy of beast captured in your map. So you want to grab that. You also want to grab this little node over here. A little bit of points on strong boxes, and then grab the operative box, tamper proof, because these are really good. add-ons, and they're really quick for this investment, so it's really good. Will be the same Alice that you use on the low investment and the high investment. Now, if you are on red maps, you can use searing, so you can go ahead and use that. I also have mine put in searing because I do run red maps sometimes. But if you are strictly doing this on white and red, you can spec out of searing, and you can do something very fast, like heists. Heist is extremely good. You can get deception contracts. You can also sell deception contracts for a really good price if you are looking to go in that direction. And if you don't mind having a little bit of time, you can run stuff like ultimatum if you want to sacrifice a bit of time and a bit of currency or a dip per hour just to run those mechanics. You can. That being said, we did route all the way over to the 7th gate. We want to grab 7th gate because we want to be able to grab the 2 chaos essences, because the map device costs 2 chaos. You do want to go ahead and grab the 7th gate. That is very important for this strategy. Other than that, you obviously want to grab the caverns and you want to grab the deep. Why? It's because Phenomenal Plague Arachnid is what you're wanting to farm, and Cryek Chimeral is what you want to be farming also. Those are extremely expensive, and you can make a ton of currency off of them. There is other beasts that you can also make a lot of currency off of, like Cryek Vassal. They go for 70 chaos, so that's really nice too. And if you are wanting to really not have to worry about looking up the beasts, you can go to PoE.re and go to the regex, and generally just regex the beasts to which one you want, which is none of the harvest beasts, because this isn't harvest beasts. You want to be able to do Cryek Chimeral, Cryek Vassal, Ferret Tiger Alpha, and Phenomenal Plague Arachnid. And I'll show you guys right now. Go to H, Bestiary, Capture Beast, plug it in there, and that's pretty much it. Flexible Atlas, you can honestly spec into whatever you pretty much want. You do not have to spec into everything, but you do want to take majority of this essence stuff, because these essence stuff is very important. Now, a lot of people may be wondering why I'm not taking the 10% chance of containing Remnant of Corruption. Mainly because I run the Compass. If you do not run the Compass, feel free to take this, but I generally run the elevated Remnant of Corruption, which is this Compass right here. Monsters imprisoned by essences have a 50% chance to contain the Remnant of Corruption. Your maps contain 2 additional essences. If you're not running the elevated, you only get 1. If you're running the elevated, you get 2. Which this costed me 60 chaos. It's really not that much in terms of investment. It does make you a lot of currency, and it does make the money back extremely fast. This is the Alice, and I will also post the Alice in the description. The cost investment that you will be putting into this is 24 B3 Gilded Scarabs is 171 chaos, which is a divine. The Remnant Elevated Compass is 60 chaos. The Yellow Beasts that you have to buy in the Menagerie from Ironheart is 60 chaos. And then the Copy Beasts Compass is 80 chaos. Altogether coming up to 371 chaos, which in divines, that is 2.16 divines. Okay, so let me explain exactly how you guys are going to run this. Make sure you do have your create a copy of beast captured in your maps, charge compass, and then also have your monsters imprisoned by the essences. Have 50% chance to contain a Remnant of Corruption. Also make sure you have Remnant of Corruptions, because you're going to need these. Do have the Gilded Bestiary Scarabs. Make sure you have that. Make sure you have your essence on your map device, because you're going to need that for the 2 additional essences. All you pretty much need to do is run up to these essences, take them out, and then Ironheart's also going to be there. All you pretty much do is just run around collecting all the beasts. They should die instantly. If you are on a low enough map, they should be dying immediately. You should have a lot of Remnant of Corruptions in these if you are using the compass, of course. And then once you go up to one of the essences that doesn't have Remnant of Corruption, then you use the Remnant of Corruption on it to have a chance of getting deafening essences, or essence of Hysteria, or essence of Delirium. But right here. Now what you want to do is use your Remnant of Corruption, corrupt it, and that's pretty much it. Sometimes they may take a little bit of time to kill them, just because Ironheart is also on them, which gives them more mods. And that's all you have to do. let's talk about divs per hour. I actually ran this entire thing for 1 hour. I wanted to really get the exact amount that I would make within an hour of running this. This one, we really got unlucky in terms of beast, and also my build is not the fastest. I'm not a bow build. I play Thornburst Totems, definitely not the fastest build at all. That being said, let's keep that in mind, and your divs per hour could be a lot more than this in terms of whatever build you're playing and what map you're doing and how fast you're going. I did 20 Dunes maps altogether. Now, what we made within the 20 maps, we got 3.7 Divines of Essences, 130 Chaos of Finmo Plague Arachnids, 2.24 Divines and Yellow Beasts. Altogether, that came out to 6.69 Divines. Now, we have to subtract the initial investment, now putting us at, and now we have 4.53 Divines an hour. That is actually pretty good considering I really wasn't speeding. If I was, because I was selling my 6 sockets, 6 links, still picking up certain bases, certain fractured items and stuff like that. You can go a ton faster and get 5 to 6 to 7 divines an hour if you are really going fast. And if you are a bow build, you could even increase it even more, trying to push it to 8 divines an hour. But obviously, as I said, from the cons, it is definitely not better than Crimson Temple, and it's not better than doing like Brothers Gift Farming, fully juiced content, or even Sanctum. But this is a really good strategy if you just want to chill, be on low maps. I hope I gave you guys a good way to make currency. Honestly, Ironheart Bestiary is a very good way to make a lot of currency in the game, regardless of where you are in the game, whether it be low investment, mid investment, high investment. But if you are looking for just chill maps with any build, because I know a lot of people don't play bow builds and not everybody, wants to juice maps, this is one of the good ways to actually do it. If you have any questions or, any sort of thing that you would like to ask it down in the comment section. I respond back. Hope you guys hit that like, subscribe. I hope you guys enjoy making a lot of currency. Catch you guys in the next video.